In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make the Death Eater Harry Potter effect inside of After Effects. Hello YouTube and welcome to Filmworks. So as seen in the title, I'm going to be showing you how to make the Death Eater Harry Potter effect inside of After Effects. Now this effect was used in our Harry Potter short film. If you'd like to see it, click the link below. I thought it was very effective, it worked well, and it wasn't too hard to create, in fact. You had to have Trapcode particular for this, and obviously After Effects. I tried doing this effect without Trapcode particular, however, it wasn't just nearly as good, really. I'm not going to do a tutorial onto that, as I'm sure there's quite a few already out there. But so yes, so without further ado, let's get into the editing and let's make this effect. So hey guys, so here we are now in After Effects. I'm going to quickly show you the effect that we are going to be making. So let's quickly look at this. As you can see, straight through. So that's effectively the Death Eater effect that we're going to be creating. So the way we're going to be doing this is using obviously After Effects and Trapcode particular. Some of you might not have it, as it is a rather expensive piece of kit or plugin, and you might think, well, why is it necessary? It is I highly recommend purchasing this. It's a really useful plugin, but it's effectively giving us many. It's giving us this look pretty much. You can do this inside of After Effects. I've tried it, but it just doesn't sell the effect as well. So without further ado, let's get into making this effect. So first we're gonna create a new composition. So come over here and press that. We're gonna call this Death Eater effect, just something like that. Make sure your frame rate is what you shot it at, comp size, everything. It doesn't really matter what colour you want it, white preferably. Okay, right, so there we have it. We now want to import our footage, so there we go. Just drag it in. And here I'm going to show you my raw footage. So as you can see, it's just straight through with no effect in it. And now we're gonna add in our particular effect. So first we need to create a layer, new, solid. We're gonna call this particle, like that. It doesn't matter what color it is. Make comp size, and right, good. So there we have it. We're now gonna add in our Trapcode particular. You can either do this by going up to effect, Trapcode particular, like that, or you can just type it in here, whichever way suits you best. So Trapcode particular, like that. You can't see anything very clearly now, but what we're gonna do first is to keyframe the X and Y position, which is under emitter. So this is pretty much where the Death Eater is gonna come from, and then where it's going to leave. So I'm going to get to the bit where my camera starts to move, about there. Keyframe the X and Y position, and we're going to bring it back over here off the screen. And then I'm going to go forward a couple of frames until it's passed. And I'm just going to keyframe this and bring it all the way over here. You might want to add, like, maybe have it like a curve, I don't know. So yeah, something like that. It's up to you, really. So with this, we're then gonna right, there we are. So we're then gonna change the particle type to, hold on a sec. We're gonna change this to 100580. Sounds rather precise, but that's what I used in the one before. And we're then going to change the velocity, or if we get a bit further on, a bit clearer, we're then going to change the velocity to minus, yeah, I'm sure that'll do. Don't worry about this whole thing here, we'll sort that out a bit later. You can then tweak all these, velocity from motion, whatever. It's whatever suits you, to be quite honest. Like, alright, there we go. Okay, so some people can go directional, I don't know. I personally prefer for uniform. So we can now shut that up, turn that emitter off, and open up particle. Now we want to get rid of this slight bunched up of particles, don't we? So if we just decrease the life, it will then take that away. I think that's a bit short. 0.7 maybe. Let's see. That actually looks quite good. Maybe a bit longer. Let's try 1. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. So change the life to 1 or whatever you'd like it. Change this from sphere to glow sphere, like that. It just gives it the more smoky feel about it. We can then adjust the size, but not too much. We don't want it to be too blurry. Or we can experiment, maybe something like that. I don't know, it's up to you. That might even be a bit too much, whatever. So now we're going to come down to opacity over life. This is quite interesting. This is where you can change the opacity in certain areas. So say we want to make it maybe, I don't know, we want to have a bit of a, if you see what I just did there, we how can I explain it? We're cutting off part of the our Death Eater particle effect, and it just emphasizes that forward motion that it's going. You can do whichever one you want. That might even be a bit too much, something like that. Yeah, I think that's good. So if we run through it, hold on. So he's a bit out of time. Maybe we need to speed it up. So if we just go down into emitter, we can bring these a little bit forward. This just increases the speed. Or maybe it needs to be longer, I don't know. Maybe there. Yeah, I'm sure that's alright. Okay. No, it needs to be quicker. Right, that looks good. Okay. So you should have something looking a bit like this. You can, where is it? I'm gonna change the opacity down a bit, just so it blends in with the background maybe a bit more. Sorry about like this. I'm now gonna, well, it's up to you. You can have whatever glow you want, but just tweak it. Do what suits you best. That might be a bit much actually. That's a bit little. Nope. I don't know, something like that. So if we go, actually I'm not a fan of that glow. Alright, so have something a bit like that. So now let's change the colour. So it's pretty simple. You go to colour, put it to black, or whatever colour you actually want it, but black's the main. And already you can see what this is going to look like. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I think we need to make it a bit thicker, to be honest. So if we increase the size, maybe the length. Why do you do that? Life 1.2. I might want to come back up and increase the particles. The velocity, where's that? There we go. It's tricky. You might want to shorten this a bit. So if you want to shorten, I'm going to shorten it. Command Shift D. Yeah, that just cuts it, and we can get rid of that. Just like so. Still needs more. So Shift Command D, and there we go. So now still needs to get that life's just too long. Sorry about this. Just need to get this right. Okay, so there we have our, effectively there we have our Death Eater effect. Obviously I'm not gonna go into much detail as like I said, it's for the sake of the tutorial. It's up to you what you want to do, tweak it, whatever. But what I find is quite important is to add a glow. I'll quickly go through what to do for this. Sorry, oh, whoops. But it's, I mean, pretty much the glow is giving a sort of shadow over our Death Eater effect. So in order to do this, you just layer, new, solid, make this black. You can call it glow, something like that. Let's just Command Shift D to cut that. And all right, so this is, we're gonna get the ellipse, something like, oh god, whoops. All right, circle that and then ellipse like that. And then I'm gonna get the feather by hitting F. Whack that up, or more, sorry. Something a bit like that, or more I think. I don't know, it's up to you. And then you can keyframe the position. So what position? And also to get another sort of, another edit up, you go Shift and then mask, mask path. That's what we want. Keyframe these both. So we want them to start here. Just go up to the mouse. Just go up here, and then. Alright, so now you can see this. Just tweak it. You can have whatever size you want, really. Like that. So nearly there. Make it a bit wider. So sorry about that. So yeah, we should have something looking a bit like, alright, we might want to, so what, maybe here, that, bring it in, bring these both in, like that. Sorry, I'm just rushing this bit. Along with that. Alright, so if you go through it, it doesn't look great, but obviously because I'm in a bit of, like, you just need to do this for the tutorial. So if you go through it, this is what we have. Something a bit like that. Maybe it's going a bit quick, I'm not sure, but it's up to you guys to change. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and yeah, give me feedback. Questions, we're here to answer. So I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, keep updated. Pretty much, we got more tutorials to come, and I hope this was helpful for you. So yeah, for now, bye bye.